The investigation, Task Force Protect, is still in its early stages. We have dedicated 20 experienced detectives to following up on the circumstances that arose from the people involved in the Woodville pizza shop. I can say that the person who is currently in quarantine and who was the primary person of interest is a 36-year-old man. He is lawfully in Australia on a temporary graduate's visa, which is due to expire in mid-December. I can't elaborate any further in relation to the circumstances. This is obviously now an ongoing investigation, but there will be regular updates as Assistant Commissioner Peter Harvey is able to provide them, and I would anticipate that will be sometime over the course of the weekend or at least on Monday. Well, I can't elaborate on the matters that we are going to investigate, but obviously there is a spotlight that's been shown on the pizza bar now as a result of these circumstances. So we are interested in speaking to at least 2 other people who we believe can assist us with our inquiries, and my investigators will be making contact with those in due course.
Is that the owner?
I won't elaborate. We simply are making contact with other people, at least 2, and as we have further information that we can provide as the investigation progresses, we will provide that.
Can you say which country this gentleman is from?
I understand he's of Spanish origin.
Was he allowed to be working under that graduate visa?
I don't have the details in relation to what the requirements were for him to comply with the visa. We will have that at some point, but I just simply don't have it at this point in time.
So he's aware of a lot of fairly wild speculation going around social media and being sent between people in South Australia and outside South Australia over the last 24 hours about this pizza bar. Would you care to quash any of them or give us some indication of what you want to talk to these people about?
I think the one thing that we can all appreciate is we don't control social media. We will investigate, we will collect information, and we will deal with facts, and we'll take a fair and objective approach to this. What people might choose to speculate is up to them, but we won't confirm that in any way at this point. We'll wait until we do have the correct information.
Commissioner, can we take it from the fact that this gentleman was on a visa, is any immigration issues forming part of the investigation and may go to potentially a motive about this person's conduct?
I can't speculate. All I can say is that my advice is he's lawfully in Australia on a temporary graduate's visa.
Yesterday you were very clear that had this individual not lied, as the Premier put it quite succinctly, that the state would not have gone into lockdown. Now, just following on from what Professor Spurious said a minute ago, that seems to perhaps not be the case. Can you clarify?
Well, we've had intensive conversations with Professor Spurrier and other members of her health team. It is fair to say that had this person been more upfront with us, we would not have instituted a 6-day lockdown. But as the Professor has explained, this is like the straw that broke the camel's back. This is the one element that pushed us from the level of restrictions we were implementing on Tuesday to a much harsher regime. So we were in a position to control community movement as a result of the growing concerns around the Parafield cluster. But this one element was what you would describe as that one last piece of the jigsaw puzzle that pushed us into a decision point that we had to make that choice to impose severe restrictions for a 6-day period.
The Premier said yesterday that...
Did you bring him in yesterday and have you had intensive questioning with him?
I won't elaborate on the progress of the investigation. I will leave that to Assistant Commissioner Harvey, and he will provide that in due course.
Commissioner, when does this individual's visa run out, and will this person be deported beyond that?
Well, my advice at this stage is that his visa is current until mid-December. Whatever occurs in relation to his status as a person in Australia will be subject to the outcome of our investigation process.